Hey beans, it's Ducklene. Welcome back to my channel. Grab a drink, get cozy, and let's get into today's video. Today we're doing the mid-year book tag. I have my questions at the ready. So kicking off with my stats. As of end of June, I read 59 books for the year so far, which is actually insane. Anyways, let's start with the questions. So the best book that I've read so far in 2026 has been, this is tough, Nightshade by Autumn Woods, but also Quicksilver. That is also a very good book. So it's between Nightshade and Quicksilver, I'd say. Hi baby. We have a little guest. This is Tengu. I don't know if you can see her. And then worst book of the year that I've read so far. I don't really like saying, oh hello, hi, okay, you want to come up? Okay, there we go. Tengu is joining us today. Yes, anyways, I don't like saying that something is like the worst book. So instead I'm just going to say a book I didn't enjoy and therefore DNF'd or did not finish. And that was A Court of Nightmares by a.k.a. Knight. And that book, the plot was really good, but there was just too much spice, and it was like not even driving the plot. It was just there, a lot of it, like reverse harem. Like it was too much for me. I didn't enjoy it. So that for me was a book I did not finish because I didn't enjoy it. But just because it was not for me, you know, it could be for somebody else. I'm sure it's for a lot of other people, but it's not for me. Sorry, Tengu has taken up my lap space, so now I can't read my questions. What the fuck? The best book, another best book that I've read so far is The Ember That Tethers by J.E. Storm. Like that book, that series, the Shattered Soul series, just had a chokehold on me from the get-go. Like I freaking devoured that series and I freaking loved it. I was an ARC reader for The Ember That Tethers, but still, I still think that it was absolutely amazing. The best sequel, that's why I said it now, because one of the best sequels that I've read, or yeah, the best sequel that I've read is The Ember That Tethers by J.E. Storm. It was such a good second book. Like the first book was amazing, The Spark That Ignites, but the second book, The Ember That Tethers, was freaking fantastic. It did not have it was just fantastic. Like I loved it so much. And another sequel that I really enjoyed was The Night Prince, which is a sequel to The Wolf King, by Lauren Palfreyman. That was also really good. It's like Outlander meets werewolves, but like it was really good. And in both of those books, like the MMCs are great. Then a new release that I still haven't read yet, Furybound by Sable Sorensen. I read Diabound and it was great. I loved it, but then for some reason, well, I guess I read it before Furybound came out, and then I had to wait, and then by the time it came out I started reading other things, so I still need to get around to it, but it's something I want to do, but it's like not really a priority right now for me. Okay, you go down. Oops, I gotta take turns. Come on, Zero, come on. It's her brother's turn now. This is Zero. He also likes to be on the lap. They're clearly not lapdog sized, but they still believe that they are lapdogs. Anyway, here we go. My most anticipated 2026 release is obviously, I think I deleted some stuff here. Something is wrong. Give me a second. Yeah, okay. I fixed it. My most anticipated 2026 release is obviously a.k.a. 6, A Court of Thorns and Roses, book 6. I'm dying for that, for the continuation of the series. And also it just got announced is Threshing Day, I think it's a novella or like another book in the Fourth Wing or the Empyrean like universe, but not necessarily in the series, but it's like background. I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be so exciting, and I think that comes first. I think that comes out in September, so I'm very excited for that. My biggest surprise of the year so far has been My Dreadful Darling by H.D. Carlton, and that's because I tried to read Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton and I could not finish it. Like, it was way too intense for me. And then I don't know, I read a few dark romances in between then and now, and then I read My Dreadful Darling, which was way messed up, like totally fucked up. But I really enjoyed it, and I guess that is the surprise. But another book that surprised me is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. It surprised me because I cried. It made me cry, and it was not a book that I thought would make me cry. So that was surprising to me, but it was really good. And then a new author to me. So a new author to me, I'd have to say, is Emily Henry. She's not a new author by any means, but I watched People We Meet on Vacation. I watched like the movie, and then I was like, oh wait, isn't this a book? And then I decided to like deep dive or like binge a bunch of Emily Henry books, and they're a lot of fun. They're just such good vibes. So yeah, I think she's like a significant new author to me. But there's also a bunch of others like J.E. Storm, The End of Their Tethers, and there's so many actually. But yeah. My newest fictional crush. Guys, fictional men are fantastic. Fictional women, fictional people, they're so fantastic. But new crushes for me will have to be Alex from Nightshade, the MMC. The way he takes care of the FMC is just so beautiful, and yeah, I loved him for it. Then Des from The End of the Tethers, absolutely. I think he's like become my number one book boyfriend. My number one fictional crush so far. Yeah. And then I also want to give an honorable mention to Blake from The Night Prince. I loved him so much. Yes, I can't wait for the third book in the Wolf King series. But yeah. The next question is books that made me cry. And like I mentioned, You Deserve Each Other made me cry, which is unexpected. Are you like in my way here, my bum? Go down. It was very unexpected that it made me cry. But it was really good, and it was so real and like relatable, and I think that's why it made me cry, because yeah. But then I also read a bunch of other books that were quite intense, like Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington, and that dealt with like suicide and mental health struggles, and yeah, that made me cry. That hit very close to home for me, so I definitely cried for that one. I don't often cry in books actually, but those two made me cry. And then a book that made me happy, so probably, I don't know, I've read a few authors this year that were like a lot of fun. So obviously I mentioned Emily Henry, but like another one is Catherine Walsh. She's hilarious. Her books are very funny, and so the book that made me happiest, I think, is The Rebound. It was just a lot of fun, and I think that was a fun one, and that made me happiest, I guess. Yeah. Then the most beautiful book that I've received so far this year is gonna have to be, my partner got me this for my birthday. I'm still gonna do a birthday book haul, but it's the Caraval book series. It's like a box set. It is so beautiful, you guys. At the back there's nothing, but like so beautiful. And then I'll show you the books themselves. Almost there. So this is like Caraval. Look at the pages. They are red. And it also comes with its own like bookmark. So you can see I already started reading it. And if I take off the dust jacket, firstly, look inside. Isn't she beautiful? I don't know if I should write my name here. I don't like writing in books, so I don't know if I will, but there's a space for me to put my name from the library of. And then this is like artwork. Before I started reading the book, I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's like a place, and it's a real place in the book, which is fun. After I found out, after I read about the place, I was like, oh my gosh, it's on the cover, which is really cool. And then yeah, like I showed you, inside is so pretty. And then like inside, it's so pretty. And then they like write letters to each other. Anyway, if you haven't read the book, well, now you know, I guess. But I'm not going to show you all of them. I'll do that in a different video on my book haul, my birthday book haul. But yes, this is so beautiful and I'm so excited about it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. There you go. And then, oh, last but not least, my priority reads before the end of the year. And firstly, I want to read The Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. People say you should read it before the next a.k.a. comes out. I know it's not, I don't believe that it's related to the universe at all. But I know, like, for example, in Throne of Glass, there was like a tiny crossover between that and the a.k.a. universe. But like, so minor that it doesn't matter. Like, if you didn't read it, either of them, it wouldn't have mattered. But it's like a nice Easter egg. So I don't know if that's the case for Crescent City. But either way, I guess I just kind of want to read those books before the new one comes out. I guess just to have another taste of the SJM books, I guess. So yeah, I definitely want to read Crescent City. And then also something I've been seeing a lot is Yesteryear. I really want to read Yesteryear. People have a lot of opinions about it, and I'm curious about it. I want to know how I'd feel if I read it. So yes, I want to give that a shot. And then I also really want to read the Dungeon Crawler Call book series. My sister read it and she loved it, and I trust her with everything, with my whole heart. So I definitely believe her when she says it's fantastic. And then I've seen a bunch of other people talk about it, and it just seems so fun. So I definitely want to read that. I just haven't been able to grab it yet. But hopefully soon, hopefully before the end of the year. And then of course I want to read Twilight, the Twilight series that I got from my friend Taz. I mentioned it before, but I'm gonna definitely do a reading vlog for that. And then yeah, let me know what your Midyear Book Tag answers are, either in the comments, or if you have a video you can let me know and I'll go watch your video. I love watching these things. I love seeing what everyone has thought of their books that they've read so far this year, and like I love to see everyone's perspectives. I guess it's just fun. And also let me know if any of the books that I mentioned for what I want to read going forward, you'd want to see a reading vlog or anything about. Like I said, I definitely want to do Twilight reading vlog. I already started Caraval, but I guess I could continue and do a reading vlog, but I didn't start it with a blog. I just read it because for me it's easier to just read and not have to like worry about filming. So you can always talk about it afterwards. And then maybe I'll do a Crescent City one as well. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite book of the year so far, or like any of the answers to the questions that we've covered in the comments. I'd love to know your answers, and thank you so much for being here with me. I love you guys so much. Have a good day. Bye.